Welcome to part 3 of Stairway to Heaven. Okay. So, we're at this point. Okay, so, that first chord is 2nd fret, A, and then open G and D strings, and, 3rd fret, B. So it's, and then it's, this chord, which is open A, 2nd fret on the G and D strings, and 1st fret on the B, and open high E. And then we keep that chord, but we put our 4th finger on the 3rd fret of the high E. And then we go back to the open high E. And you should get the chord progressions just by looking at the song, or just by hearing the song. And then you do this, which is open D, 2nd fret on the G, 3rd fret on the B and high E strings. And then we keep that formation, but instead of the 3rd fret on the high E, we do the 2nd fret on the high E. And then we get that, we keep that formation, but instead of the 2nd fret being on a high E string, we do open high E string. And we hammer on that one part. I have a chorus pedal right now. This is originally done on a 12 string, electric guitar, mostly on the Gibson double neck thing, you know. Get that chord progression too from the and you do that exact same little thing, and then you go to, which is 7th fret of the high E and D strings, and the 8th fret of the B. And then open A. This is what I do. Open D. And then this one is 5th fret of the high E and 7th fret of the G and B strings. And then this one is 3rd fret of the high E and 5th fret of the G and B strings. And then you go back to this one. And you keep on plucking that open A string in between. And you do that twice. And this is what I got. And then that is and this is what I do. I finger pick the 2nd fret of the G and the open A string, and then the 2nd fret of the A and open D. And then I finger pick the 1st fret of the B and the 3rd fret of the A. And then you do the 2nd fret of the D. And then you pluck the 3rd fret of the high E and the open G string. And then you pluck the 1st fret of the B. And then this. And then you and then you pluck the 2nd fret of the A and the open B. And then the open G D. And then the open G and the 3rd fret of the high E. And then open B. And then you do the open A and B strings, and then you hammer onto the first fret, and then you play the second fret of the G. And then you do this. You do second fret of the D, and then the second fret of the G, and then the first fret of the B, and then the open high E. And then you do this. And now that next part, that's the same thing as this one part is, and then those two chords with the like third fret low E, the open D and G strings, and the third fret of the B, and then this one is open A, second fret on the G and D strings, and first fret on the B string, and open E, and then that's that part, and then you go up. Hang on! And then you go to this, and it's the 7th fret on the D, and then you go to the 9th fret on the D, and then the 10th fret of the D, then the 9th fret of the G, then the 8th fret of the B, and then the 9th fret of the G, and then you do this, the 9th fret of the D, the 7th fret of the G, the 8th fret of the B, and then the 7th fret of the G. And then you go to that part. And then that's all we have for today. Subscribe, rate, comment, and keep rocking.